Hi, good afternoon. It's Dawn here at Stickle Tarn, and as you can see, it's a beautiful blue sky, the sun's shining. So I just thought I'd do a quick smallholding update video while the sun is out, and just to sort of update you on what's been happening and around the smallholding. So first off, what's the date today? It's Sunday. Is it the 18th, the 19th? It's something like that, of February. So this is a February update. Right, as I mentioned on my previous videos, we are now not moving. We're going to be staying put. And we're staying put because Martin's parents have come here to live and we've set them up in a mobile home. Let me flip round so you can see that's their mobile home over there. We've got to finish the garden around it yet. All the services are connected and the parents are moved in, which is great. It means they can get on with some normality in their life, and I've got the house back as well. I'm going to move around this stuff away because the sun's not playing ball here. So what else has been going on? Right, back in beginning of September. In fact, let me sit over here on the front of the tractor. Back in September, I had a gentleman come and join us here, and he stayed in his caravan. And the idea was he did 15 hours of work a week in return for pitching up his caravan here. He was hooked up to electric. He could have unlimited meat. You know, we have buffalo, goat, mutton, pork, whatever. So he had, you know, however much meat he wanted, eggs, vegetables from the polytunnel, fruit. He could have logs for his log burner, water. He had use for a washing machine, a tumble dryer, a fridge and a freezer. I also loaned him a small electric oven and even a slow cooker. So he was, you know, very set up. He had his solar as well and so forth. And so I would say, yeah, maybe the first 4 months everything was great. He was a real asset around the place. It was lovely to have him here. Lots of jobs were getting done. He was very helpful. He'd get stuck in, never complained about the weather. But when Martin's parents came here, it seemed to upset the dynamics. Whether that was because his parents had come here or not, I don't know, because he wasn't involved with them. But something changed. Something changed in the past 6 weeks. And he seemed less available to help out. Some of the main jobs he had was the goats in the morning. It was collecting their forage, checking their water troughs were clean, helping to keep their house tidy and organised, getting rid of any old branches of from the forage so that it wasn't left littering the fields up. None of that seems to have been done for the past month and a half or whatever, and so that job has fallen back on me. When asked to do the animals when Martin was working away, which was to help take the pressure off me, the whole idea of him being here was to help take the pressure off me, but he wasn't coming out until about 9:30 in the morning to do the animals, at which point I was finishing. You know, I like the animals done first thing in the morning. They've been waiting all night, some of them shut in all night. So anyway, that's just a few things from my perspective that wasn't going right, and it was creating a bit of tension. And needless to say, we had a few words, and it just became very uncomfortable. I didn't feel comfortable with him being here, so I had to give him notice to quit and to move on, and today he's moved on. So he was parked up over there, across here. So today he's moved on, and so now we're back to just me and Martin, and our other little odd job man who, you know, will come in for 1 or 2 days a week if he's not needed scaffolding. Anyway, onwards and upwards. So I'm basically back to square one. I won't be getting anybody else in. I don't think I can cope with it. I won't be getting anybody else in to live here on site. And of course our grandson is no longer here. My son is no longer here. They've moved on with their own lives. This gentleman has now moved on. And we've got the in-laws here, of course, which they can't do anything to help. They're far too old, and as much as I'd love to, it's not suitable for them. So that's all happened. What else has happened? We lost one of our alpacas during the last freezing cold snap. We found her curled up in the field, looked like she was sleeping, and she had passed away. She was old, she was 19, 20, so she passed away. We had a fox attack last week, and they took every single one of our chickens, so we're without chickens at the moment. We've got ducks, and the ducks are just coming in to lay. What else has been going on? Polytunnels are still polytunnels. Of course, we're trying to still clear debris from storms. Fingers crossed we've sold the buffalo, and they should be going next month. We've got them booked in for their pre-movement TB test, and so all the females will be going with their calves, and we've got one buffalo booked in for slaughter next week, and that will leave us 2 young boys, providing the sale all goes through, and them 2 young boys we'll keep, and they'll go together to slaughter later on this year. The pigs have gone to slaughter, so that's them done. We're just waiting for the meat to come back. I've asked for it all to be minced up, and it's going to be turned into sausages, apart from a couple of loins. And this was all part of our downsizing to move, but of course now we're going to be having 15 acres there sitting empty, doing nothing. So I'm having a think about what we could do, and what I could manage to do. That's what it's going to boil down to, because Martin's getting busier and busier with scaffolding, so it's what I can manage. So I'm giving that some thought. So that's about it really. It's, plodding on between storms. Storm yesterday, We've got another one coming through tomorrow. Lots of rain. We've got 12 hours of rain coming tomorrow. We've got high winds again tomorrow. So I've just been making the most of today, trying to get some logging done, because having kept 2 of us going with logs, it's surprising how quickly our log supply has gone down. And of course we've been using extra logs with his parents because they do feel the cold. So when they were in the house, we had the log burner going in the lounge all through the day as well as in the evening, whereas we just have it in the evening. Yeah, I can't sort of think of anything else major that's happening. It is what it is. So today I've been logging. I've filled up the house store. I'm going to go and step in the polytunnel because the wind's starting to pick up. There, that's a bit better in the polytunnel. Yeah, so I've been getting some logging done today. I've also been clearing up stuff that this gentleman has left behind and sorting all that out. I'm just about to turn on some watering and get the polytunnels watered. I'm sitting next to my little peach tree, which is due to break out in blossom soon. What else have I been doing? Yeah, I've got goat house to clean out. I've got ducks to clean out. I've got so much to do. I'm going to have to get another whiteboard up in the kitchen and just get it listed with jobs. There's been lots of jobs that have been started and not finished, which does infuriate me. So I'm going to, and I've just been around. I had a few holes in my polytunnel where it's been caught, where I think the lads have been coming past from the scaffolding yard, and they've caught it. So we're going to have to stop them coming past because I've just repaired 2 rips on the side of the polytunnel. So they'll have to stop coming this way, go around the other way. And of course I'm trying to get the garden fence all painted as well. So in some ways I feel like I've shot myself in the foot by getting rid of the help. But in other ways I'm actually quite relieved now that it is just us here again. It made it very difficult doing videos with him here, because he didn't want to be seen on the videos. He didn't want his dog to be seen on the videos. He didn't want his caravan to be seen on the videos, and so it made things sort of very difficult. And I've just spotted another tear in the polytunnel, so I'll have to get round with my tape, get that fixed before the storm comes tomorrow. So all of that made things quite sort of difficult, and I also feel that I was getting quite depressed with the parents, the way I felt with him being here, and of course we are still battling Martin's illness. So, and that was the whole point of him being here, was to help take the pressure off Martin a bit as well. But there we go. So I'm gonna get that split repaired that I've just seen. I think this polytunnel, this must have been the first one we put up. This is the one with the that I grow the oranges and the lemons and peaches and all that in. And so I think this was the first polytunnel to go up. So I'm sure it must be due to be recovered. So maybe next spring we'll be looking at recovering this polytunnel. So that's about sums up news around the smallholding. You know, it's just I've got loads of junk to clear up. You know, there's been quite a lot of mess been made with shifting things out of the way to get the mobile home in. And I don't know where some of it's going to go, actually. I think we need a big tip run, but you can see the other side of the fence here. It's just loads of stuff. So as soon as we get a chance with the weather, we'll have to get through it and have a good sort out what's going, what's staying, and let's just start again. So anyway, onwards and upwards. I am now going to find my tape, get that split repaired, and we need to see about getting, there's a wash machine, tumble dryer and a fridge left sitting out, exposed to the elements over there, and they're all in working condition, so they need to be dealt with as well before the weather changes tomorrow. Oh, and as you can see, the big tractor that was stuck down the field is now out. So that's back up here. So right, I'm going to crack on then. I've got lots to do, and the days, even though they're getting longer, it's still, you know, it won't be long before it's getting dark. So take care everybody, and I'll catch up again with you very soon.